Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy. So it's November. It's the time of the year where Buffalo Trace releases their annual antique collection. All those bottles are super allocated, super sought after. Most of the time you have to win a lottery or a draw just to get the opportunity to purchase a bottle. If you're super lucky, you can find one on the shelf. But for most of us, we have to settle for what's available from Buffalo Trace year-round. This is what's known as the Baby Btac collection. It's the Eagle Rare 10-year-old, the Weller 12, the Stag Junior, and the Sazerac Rye. I'll let you know what you can expect from these after I nose them, taste them, and give them a mark. Alright, starting with the Eagle Rare. 10 years old, the age statement's on the back of the label here. Anytime you kind of see an age statement go from the front to the back, they usually end up dropping it and make it NAS. We'll see what they do with this one. Bottled at 45%, cost me 57 Canadian dollars here in Ontario on the nose. So really nice nose here. You get a really nice, rich, kind of black cherry note. You get brown sugar, you get vanilla. And you can almost get like a little bit of like a wood smoke here. Maybe like a burnt breadcrumbs. It's almost like bread coming out of like a stone oven. Kind of smells just a little bit like that. A little bit of tangy oak here. But the oak's very well balanced. The nose is very well balanced as well. Really nice. All right, go palate. Really nice sweet notes on the palate here. You get vanilla. You get almost like a really nice almondy note too. There's some honey. And then you get like a really nice cola note, almost kind of like a flat kind of cola. Finish, medium in length. The oak's kind of there. You get like a nice little faint sour orange on the finish too. Really nice. I reviewed this for Toronto Whiskey Society about a year and a half ago. So I had the bottle maybe like 2 years ago. This is a brand new bottle. I picked this one up not too long ago. Obviously, I've only had this much out of it. One of the main complaints I had about the review I did before is that the finish was a little thin. It just seemed like it was too watered down, even at 45%. This one is a different whiskey. This batch, this newer one, big improvement in my opinion. I don't get that like thinness on the finish. It's more bold. It keeps like the kind of flavor throughout. So whatever they're doing here with Eagle Rare, they've made an improvement with this batch anyway, in my opinion. I know that was a concern for a lot of people with that whiskey, was that the finish was just thin. It was just, the bottled, 45% wasn't enough. This one needed to be bottled a little bit higher. And I think this one being bottled at a higher ABV would just, bump it up even that much more. I think this at cask strength would just blow people away. I know this year with the Btac collection, the Eagle Rare 17, they're actually bottling it at a higher ABV. It used to be bottled at 45. I think this year they're bumping it up to 50.5. So maybe they've taken some people's criticism and they're just bottling at a higher ABV, which I think is great. I think I gave my old review of this an 83. I'm giving this one an 85. This batch is definitely better. 85 out of 100. Value-wise, 57 Canadian dollars. I know you can get this cheaper in the States, even at the conversion rate. But I think for 57 Canadian, that's justified for me, so I'm going to leave the value at 0. 85 out of 100. Let's move on to the next one. All right, the WL Weller 12-year-old. This one's bottled at 45% ABV. $46 Canadian here in Ontario. Used to be able to find this one on the shelf. That is no longer the case. The LCBO has moved this into the lottery program, just like they do with the Pappy Van Winkle and the Btac collection. Let's try it on the nose. Really nice nose here. Really nice, almost like creaminess to it. It's got vanilla, brown sugar, a little bit of citrus in this one, maybe like a little bit of lemon and orange, some cherries. You get like a really nice, subtle, kind of like an old, kind of like beat down leather. It's really good. And then there's a very kind of faint oakiness to this, not very strong at all. The nose is very well balanced. Yeah, Buffalo Trace does wheated bourbon really well. Let's go palate. Really nice, like burnt down sugar, caramel note here. Nice and sweet. You get that nice oak spice to this. Really nice oak spiciness. You get cinnamon. The cherries is there, and like a little bit of like honey note on the finish. Really nice and silky. Good viscosity to this one. Finish kind of medium in length, but really, really nice. Really good bourbon. Score for me, nice mark here. I'm going to give it 86 out of 100. Value-wise, $46 Canadian. Great price when you can find it. I know these go for about 100 to 120 US dollars in the secondary market. So good value at $46 Canadian. I'm going to bump it up an extra 1.5. It's going to make it 87.5 out of 100. Let's go on to the Stag. All right, this is batch 9, and it's bottled at 65.95% ABV and $85 Canadian here in Ontario on the nose. So definitely like a stronger, more robust nose here. Cask strength, obviously. You can definitely smell it. Brown sugar, black cherries. You get that cola again. You get like almost like a slight little like rye spice to this one. Some soy sauce notes. And then just a little bit of oak. Very kind of subtle oakiness to this. Almost like a kind of creamy kind of style oak. But yeah, it's strong on the nose. For sure. All right, let's go palate. Nice kind of sweetness to this one. It's almost kind of like an old school style candy note I get on this. You get cinnamon for sure, like big kind of cinnamon hit here. Almost kind of like a hot tamales candy. Kind of tastes just like that. You get that hot spice cinnamon note. Cherry again, and then that oakiness. Nice like creamy kind of oakiness to this. Finish, big, long, and bold on the finish here. This one is definitely a punch in the face. I reviewed a batch 3 before, and I definitely like this one better. I feel like the batches are maybe getting a little bit better here with the Stag Juniors. That being said, I like the whiskey. I just think it needs more time in the cask. Like the George T. Stags that are bottled for the Btac collection, I think they're aged 15, 16 years, give or take, in that range. And it just brings that heat a little bit down and just bumps up the complexity. And I feel like it's just, those whiskeys are epic. I love those ones. This one just doesn't get there, obviously, but still pretty good. Definitely better than the batch 3 that I had before, that's for sure. I'll list all the batches here. You can check and see what one you had. Score-wise for me, though, I'm going to give this 85.5 out of 100. Value, I think I'm going to leave the value as is, which I mean, I think the price is justified. You are getting a cask strength whiskey here. So 85.5 out of 100. Let's go on to the final one. All right, the Sazerac Rye. This one's balled at 45%, and it costs $56 Canadian here in Ontario on the nose. Really nice nose on this one. You get like that cooked down kind of apple note, like apple cider. Some really nice kind of like cinnamon note to this one. You get rye spice. Some sweet notes. Really nice kind of like creamy, kind of sweet vanilla here. And like icing sugar note too. Yeah, it's good. Really like this one on the nose for sure. All right, let's go palate. Absolutely amazing. Lots going on here. You get that carrot cake, kind of like an overripe kind of banana note. You get banana bread. You get rye bread with a nice like rye kind of spiciness here, almost like a black pepper as well. Kind of like a bitter orange to this one. There's cherry. There's black licorice. You get those sweet notes again, like that cake icing, almost like a marshmallow note to this one too. Absolutely incredible. I like this one a lot. I think it's my favorite out of the range here. Finish, nice, creamy mouth coating, good viscosity on this. Really like this one. Score-wise for me, gonna give it the highest mark from the range, 87 out of 100. Value for this one, 56 Canadian dollars. Sure, extra point for value. That makes it 88 out of 100. Let's talk about these all head to head. So here are the scores. Definitely like the Sazerac rye the best. I think for this one, the complexity was there for me. All the different nice, like sweet, savory notes on this one really kind of pushed it above. That rye characteristic was really, really good. Well done with this one for sure. Here are the notes with the value added score. So definitely go out, buy this one. You will not be disappointed whatsoever, especially if you like rye whiskey. These other ones here, Eagle Rare, definitely an improvement. So let me know if you've had the new, like a new bottling of Eagle Rare, if you've just seen it on the shelf, picked it up. If it's, there's no way of really telling if it's like a new batch or not, but I know the LCBO brings in new stuff all the time. So this one is definitely one of the newer ones. Vast improvement over one I had a couple years back. The Weller 12, obviously really nice, well-rounded whiskey. If you can find it, definitely buy it. For retail price, I would not spend secondary price on this one whatsoever. The Stag, these ones vary in batches. Like I said, the batch 3 I had, I didn't really like that much. This one is definitely an improvement. So let me know, guys, what do you think? What's your favorite from like the baby Btac series? I don't think you can go wrong with this. This is improving on me. If they bottled this at cask strength, I think it would be such a great whiskey. I mean, why not just do it? Charge some more money. I'd pay, double the price. I'd pay $100 a bottle for this if it was cask strength, 10 years old. I think it'd be epic whiskey. Let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate the comments altogether. Let me know how you did this year in the lottery. Did you find anything in the Btac? Were you lucky enough to win a bottle? For us in Ontario, that doesn't happen for us until like the new year. LCBO is always late with those things. But let me know. Good hunting out there, guys. Have a good one as always, and cheers.